So maybe interesting to start out with what we wanted to explore and why was this idea that despite there being so much talk about unstoppable protocols and autonomous code and, people being like, you don't have human intervention in a true DAO, et cetera, et cetera. We're like, yeah, but if you look at it, it's really still people, humans who are spending their working hours building and maintaining and growing, and using these protocols. And sort of saying that, especially now in a bear market, one of our key priorities as an ecosystem, if we want to survive and matter and also be viewed as legitimate, is to ensure that we can maintain that talent and kind of prioritize building good working conditions for the people in this space, because without them, we don't have these technologies or they don't matter. So that was kind of the starting assumption that we went in with. And what we did then was to explore, has anybody, written or thought about Web3 as a new work environment and, the needs and desires of these new workers, or at least not new workers, but workers in a new industry. And we did find a bunch of things, both from industry and academia. However, what we also saw, a lot of it was from the bull market. A lot of it was quite quantitative or survey-based. Very little of it was trying to surface the actual day-to-day working conditions of people in the industry. So we took that upon ourselves, did a thing that is called workers' inquiry, which is just a Marxist research method that was developed to surface insights about what's it like to work at the factory from the perspective of the worker. And adapting that method to surface what it's like to work in Web3. And then obviously our ultimate goal, as I said, starting out, was not just to say, oh, work here is great or work here is shit, but to propose viable mechanisms and specify them to argue this is what we need to do as an ecosystem to improve working conditions, to retain talent, and kind of ensure that this whole mad endeavor continues, but in a wholesome way.